American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
Broadcast here in beautiful DeWitt Gymnasium, home of the Dordt Defenders. And this broadcast is brought to you by Dordt Media Network. I'm your host, Dylan Stanley, and we have a good one in store for you tonight between Dordt's JV men's basketball team and Buena Vista. Tip-off here is underway in less than 3 minutes and counting. If you're now joining us, welcome. It's going to be a fun one here tonight. First two teams we have is Dordt, the home team. Record is 9-11. Last game lost at Mount Marty 91-75 on February 9th. It's not too long ago. This is and will be their last and final regular season game here. Also their last home game as well. So we'll definitely see the last here of this team. As hope they can end the season on a high note after a loss they struggled to put up points against at Mount Marty. Look for them to bounce back here today. In the last 5 games, 2-3 records here so far, and with a couple of the keys to the game here tonight. Dordt here is all about transition, wanting to push the pace, push the tempo. They are definitely wanting to get out on the floor. Let's see how they respond here first, and they have their final regular season matchup here against Buena Vista coming up here shortly. Tonight will be a great one here, folks. You wouldn't want to miss it here, so sit back and enjoy this one. Moments away here from the tip-off, and we will have our first break. So we will step aside here for a couple minutes, and we'll get you right at tip-off.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Coming out for the starters for tonight's game. For Dordt, it will be Willem DeYoung, Spencer Mackey, Wyatt Golker, Cole Heiser, and Willem Kim. And for Buena Vista, first names have only been released here for the coach so far, and it's Ned, Miles, Blake, Cole, and Josh there for Buena Vista's starting 5. So we'll see how that pans out against Dordt, looking to bounce back after last week's game. Not a good start there so far for Dordt. Got to make sure to get out with some much-needed possessions here so far. And one of the keys of the game here for Buena Vista is maximizing their possessions. Dordt's all about pushing the pace here. They definitely want to get out in transition. They're a fast-paced team. They don't want you to sit back in your defense and read how the play is being set up. They want you to get up and go. So it'll be key to see how Buena Vista maximizes their possessions. They definitely don't want to have any rebounds necessarily for Dordt to get on fast break. Pushing the pace, offensive glass here is also important for Buena Vista as well, as the shot's no good there by Josh. Rebounded by Cole. Josh sets up again, doesn't get it, rebounded, and we're off to the races here in sunny Sioux Center, Iowa here tonight. Heiser drives to the lane, doesn't get it to no good. Ball's a little fumbled on the floor and is controlled there by Buena Vista. Dordt is known here for these last couple games of getting out of transition. They want to find a way to get you to not think. When you do that as an offense, it creates so much havoc for defenses because they're left stumbling as DeYoung dribbles, kicks outside to Golker, and Golker nails the three-pointer to get us there underway for the first bucket here tonight. So the 3-0 game so far here, 18:20 left to go in the first half. As men's basketball is here in college, we only play 2 halves, not quarters, 2 halves, ones of 20 each, and here comes the pace. Here comes Dordt dribbling up the floor. Dribble picked up by Kim, feeds it to DeYoung. Back out to Mackey. He will pull up from mid-range, shot no good. And Buena Vista will retain possession once again. When you talk about how this is the final last game of the season, as a coach, you want to see how these guys respond to that. Some of these guys, a lot of these guys actually playing on JV are mostly freshman, sophomore, so they will get a couple more years as this ball deflected and will be Dordt's possession. When you talk about all of these different types of games they play, struggling so far as it's a nice kick out there to Cole Heiser, or Wyatt Golker, excuse me. Nice little three-point shot here to get the first bucket and the only bucket here so far. So definitely not a lot of scoring here so far. Lots of defense as Willem DeYoung drives down baseline right around the defender with a little contact and finishes strongly for the lay-in. Speaking of that last game, a lot of these players, they're only freshmen and sophomore, and a lot of this is mainly development. Great defense there by Willem DeYoung. Doesn't want him to go baseline. Shot goes up there by Ned, and it is rebounded, and Dordt is off to the races once again. Shot goes up there by Golker, and he hits another three. Wow, Golker, first 2 buckets have both been three-pointers here right out of the gate. Dordt leads 8-0. If you're a Dordt fan, this is exactly the type of start you wanted them to get so far. They definitely want to get out in front. That's their key to all these games here. As the circus shot is no good, and pace is being pushed here tonight. Off the foot, and it will go out of bounds off of Cole Heiser, and it will be Buena Vista's ball. Speaking of that last possession, that shows everything that Dordt's all about, and that's something that if you're the coach of Buena Vista, you want to make sure you contain. They are a fast-paced team, like I've said before, and they are going to go and push it. They will get on transition, and quite frankly, Buena Vista isn't doing a very good job so far. As I said in the pregame, the maximizing possessions, they have to do a better job. It's got to be better. They need to find some type of spark to go here, as they're scoreless within the first 4 minutes of this ball game. Dordt's doing a really good job defensively, but they just if they want to get back in this game and control the pace, it's got to come from within maximizing the possessions. And it doesn't mean turnovers. It doesn't mean fouls. They have to get some points. They have to find a way to either crash the glass when the ball doesn't go in the hoop, or just stop them from getting out in transition like that stuff. That gets out in transition there by Dordt. Kicks it back outside for Golker again. Shot no good, rebounded, and a little bit too much there by Kim. So easy, would have put him up by 10 points. Still within 8 here for Buena Vista. As another turnover is forced there by the defender defense. Golker's up to the lane and is fouled on the way up there. So Wyatt Golker, the most consistent shooter here so far tonight, will go to the line here to shoot 2. Foul will be on Blake, his first team foul of the game. First foul of the game so far here tonight. And it will look like we will have a timeout by Buena Vista. So we will have a what will be a 30-second timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Casey's Bakery. For more in all your bakery needs, visit caseysbakery.com for more information. We'll be right back after this short timeout. Taking a look at how Dordt got here for this season. 9-11 overall in the year, 5-7 within conference play. They are 5-2 at home as Golker nails that first free throw down. 5-2 at home definitely helps to have a home crowd here, and we're having a pretty good home crowd here so far tonight for a JV basketball game. It's in the month of February. It's pretty good right now. Taking a look here, you know, they've had their rough stretches. Dordt has. You know, they've won a couple in a row. They've had a chance where they've won 4 in a row. That came in the later stages of January. Dakota State, at Northwestern, at Dak West, and at Briarcliff. Key 4 wins in a row, and it looked like they were on the precipice of getting out to that really good ending, and it kind of slowed down for them a little bit. Kind of lost 2 close games at Morningside and at Dak West to kind of slow down that win streak they had and break the 4-game win streak, but they ended up bouncing right back after it in a really big 1-15, 62 game as a dunk there by E.J. Franzman. And the Dordt is now up 12-0, and they're going to blow the doors wide open to this one. 115-62 game versus Dak West on February 6th. They definitely put a good offensive showing as Buena Vista gets their first bucket of the game from Blake. 3-pointer there goes down. So Buena Vista with a little life. Franzman goes back down low. Nice pass there. Shot no good there by Zimmerman. Buena Vista's out to the pace again. Circus shot thrown up again, and it will be off the hands of Zimmerman. And it will be Dordt's ball. It's a nice feed here by Heiser. A little pick and roll action, sets a high screen. Both of them convert. They don't even account for E.J. Franzman, and it's just a nice dunk there. The emphatic slam. The bench loved that one here for Dordt. 13:49 left to go. 12-3 our score here. Dordt is up as Blake goes inside. A couple bounces off the rim there from Caleb, and it's no good. Ball has passed half court there from Mackey. He sets a screen there for Heiser. Shot no good, and nice rebound there by Buena Vista. Buena Vista showing here a little life after that 3-pointer made. It's been making a couple of key adjustments here after that timeout for the defense. Got to make sure to keep Dordt out of that fast break pace offense that they love to run. Maximizing these possessions here is crucial. And a foul and one to go down for Blake will definitely help with that. Making it a 12-5 ball game here so far. That's definitely crucial here. Everything counts for Buena Vista as we have a substitution on the floor for Dordt. Number 15, Eli Van Essen checks into the ball game for the first time. A couple of key substitutions here, knowing here in JV, a lot of players want to be seen by these coaches as the N1 opportunity is converted there by Blake. Talking about JV, you know, a lot of these substitutions here will be made by coaches trying to see how these players will react in key situations, trying to see how guys can work within a team-related offense. That's a nice drive there by Golker. Shot no good by Van Essen. And Buena Vista here has kind of retooled this defense. Kind of definitely has helped them make an opportunity to come back in this game. I know it's still 12-6, and Dordt still has a, you know, at minimum 3-possession game, but Buena Vista showing here some life here lately. Wondering if they can come back here and make a stand. 3-point shot there is no good, and Dordt is out here in the fast break opportunity. Ball to Heiser down into the lane. Shot is a little overboard there by Zimmerman. Brandon Zimmerman to be exact. Buena Vista. Nice open 3-point shot in the corner. No good. A couple off the hands, and nice hustle there by Heiser. Van Essen goes up to the floor. Shot no good. Rebounded by Zimmerman, and ball is taken away by Miles. Interesting development there. Thought Dordt would take away with some fast break opportunities, some fast break points, but good defense there by Buena Vista to hang in. Shot is kind of thrown off the backboard. Usually you want to throw it into the hoop, but not sure what happened there. Heiser backs him down, and shot is blocked there by Caleb. Nice block there. Some players kind of gassed. And even when you use that fast break, you know, you have to have a sense of a really, really good tolerance to cardio. And I know that probably seems the basics when it comes to playing basketball, but they really, really want to test your cardio, because when it gets, it's enough to guard early in the game, but when it gets down low to 2 minutes left in the half, maybe even 5 minutes left in the entire game, that's when it starts to show. That's when it picks up, and that's what Dordt here is trying to do. Slow this team down, slow this offense down, and get them gassed so it's much easier buckets here when they're in defense. A little less than over half of the first half here. Dordt leads 12-6 as the ball is passed out there to Josh. Shot no good, a little bit in front of the iron. And here comes Van Essen. Talking about here on Dordt's type of game, they like to use a lot of pick and roll action. As you can see, they definitely used a pick and roll once again, but this time they didn't, and it was blocked at the rim. Ball came out of the hands of Caleb, and Dordt's on the pace once again. Finds Van Essen for a wide open three. In front of their iron. Rebounded by Miles. One of us to try to get their own little pace game going, and it doesn't help. Ball open to a wide open DeYoung. Not gonna happen again. Lots of shots here so far, not being able to fall for Dordt. And another timeout here will be called by Buena Vista. Trying to call something up, trying to draw something up here at a 12-6 game. This timeout is brought to you by Casey's Bakery. For any bakery needs that you may have, visit caseysbakery.com for more information. We will be right back here in the DeWitt Gymnasium after the timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Furniture Mart. Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, window treatments at your local Furniture Mart, family owned and located downtown Sioux Center.
And we are just underway here from the DeWitt Gymnasium after that second timeout called by Buena Vista. Definitely understanding how Dordt plays. These two teams here are in different conferences. Buena Vista is located within the Division III. Dordt is obviously in the NEIA, so these two teams don't meet very often, let alone very often in a year. But it's a great opportunity to see the different type of talents each division really has here within the NEIA and the Division III, and so far so good for Dordt. They've definitely put it to them. And it's a foul called on what would have been a block by A.J. Franzman, but now called for the foul, so it will be his second foul of the ball game. So we have Caleb going to the line, shooting a free throw. We have a couple substitutions here for Dordt. In comes Spencer Mackey, and we have a new one coming in, Babitha Bysong. enters the game here for Dordt. And this type of free throw jump shot is unique, and he made both of them. It's kind of like Dennis Rodman back in 20, 30 years ago with the way he shot free throws. Even, Rick Barry and how he shot underhanded free throws with a nice block there. Caleb having a very good night here so far on the defensive glass. They are definitely not going to get any easy buckets within the paint here tonight for Dordt. And Caleb is doing a great job with all these blocks he's serving up. A couple of substitutions here as Caleb gets checked out of the ball game here. We have Blake and Cole, 2 starters who are re-entering the game for Buena Vista. Our score here is 12-8. Dordt leads. Dordt got out to a quick 12-0 run, but has since led up an 8-0 run by Buena Vista. So this game so far has been all about runs. And for any team, you want to make sure you have the momentum as pick and pop has been made. Finds a shot and shoots that one again. Front rim, no good. Rebounded by Van Essen. Pushes the tempo to DeYoung inside. And the strong finish there by Willem DeYoung. Gets it to go on the drive with contact made. Willem DeYoung up to 4 points here so far in the young game here tonight between Buena Vista and Dordt. Crafty finish almost went in. Nice rebound there by Babitha. And it will be a foul called on Miles. That's another key industry for the fast break is Van Essen sees just an easy lane there for DeYoung to attack. And definitely had some contact made, but that happens here in basketball. Another key emphasis on why the push, the pace, tempo, and the fast break is so beneficial for Dordt is they create fouls. Dordt is really good to get inside the paint. Babitha gets another rebound, throws it back outside. Dordt tries to find a way to get open here. Shot goes out there by Babitha. When you can tell Dort's very good in the paint. They are very good wanting to get offensive rebounds and putting it back up. They will not shy away from contact down low. They're not going to let you get free, easy defensive rebounds. They are going to attack. They are going to make you work for these rebounds. They don't want you to get easy buckets, and so far it's worked. 8 points. Anytime you can have more minutes go by in the clock than give up points, you always will take it for a team. And I know it's basically been low scoring. Nice feed there to Babitha as Babitha Bysong finishes down low with a lay-in off the back end of the rim. We'll see there probably later. Nice bounce pass to feed Babitha down low. Shot goes up off the right iron of the rim. Here comes Dordt once again. DeYoung uses a shifty move. Back outside, wants to get in. Side the paint. Lots of pick and rolls as that one right there gets feed down low to Zimmerman. Backs inside himself to Zimmerman. Uses a pivot foot and Zimmerman. Braden Zimmerman finishes with the tough bucket. You can tell all game they're not afraid, and especially with Caleb out of the game, that interior presence that Buena Vista has is definitely missing so far. Dordt is attacking as that's a nice lay-in and a tough bucket. Foul by Babitha as Blake goes to the line for an and one. Thought that could have been a dunk. Blake is the leading scorer for tonight's game for Buena Vista. He's up to 8 points here. 8 of 10 of Buena Vista's points have been made by Blake, as he will look to increase that by 9. As he does int. And that's a good, even though that doesn't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, that's just good hustle there from Josh. Like, that's everything you want in a basketball player. Even in the free throw, Dordt has more people in the paint than Buena Vista does on a free throw, and just shows the hustle Josh has there as this is deflected off his elbow there. Couple substitutions here for Dordt. Number 2, Landon Morrow, is in the game. Tabitha Bysong shoots another 3. Shot no good. Rebounded by Miles. Some newcomers. Definitely Landon Morrow has checked into the game, and as we will get Willem Kim shortly to approach the incoming game as well. And when you look at what's been happening here in today's game, Dordt has kind of given opportunities to Buena Vista. They've definitely been able to, beat themselves, shoot themselves in the foot, really. It's kind of been almost a one-sided game, 18-10 score here, 5:54 left to go in the first half. Definitely been some mishaps to go on as Spencer Mackey nails down his first free throw, and Caleb re-enters the game for Buena Vista. And we'll have a new substitution here. Sam re-enters the game here as well. So Buena Vista with some key substitutions here. We'll see how that pans out. We'll see how Caleb's presence in the paint reacts to Dordt's. I wonder if Dordt can be able to still stay aggressive inside the paint as they want to, or if it's going to clog the paint and Caleb's going to have his way down low, as they like to call Dikembe Mutombo with all the blocks he's getting. Foul called there by Willem Kim, who just entered the ball game. So it'll be Caleb to shoot 2. This will be Willem Kim's first foul of the game, as we have a starter re-entered the game. Cole Heiser enters for Willem de Jong, so one starter leaves and one starter returns here for Dordt. As the first free throw is no good, and the second one goes down for Caleb. Interesting to see how is Dordt going to respond here. Now that Caleb's inside. Van Essen, wide open 3, thought about shooting it, went inside, and that's one way to do it. Nice finish there by Eli Van Essen to finger roll floater that one up over the outstretched Caleb. If you're going to be able to get it over him, you might as well try to shoot over him. So, and that'll be a traveling violation on Cole, number 24. Morrow just sees Van Essen, thought about it, went inside, and you can tell he's not afraid of the long-armed Caleb down there inside the paint. Let's see if he does it again. Van Essen thought about it. Gets it back outside to Morrow. Spencer Mackey dribbles it, passes it outside to Landon Morrow, and Landon Morrow nails the three-pointer down. Dordt is just having their way at it here tonight. 25-11. Buena Vista has to find ways to match the energy, match the tempo here of Dordt. 12-foot jump shot there is no good. Rebounded by Heiser. Heiser gets it to Van Essen. Van Essen thought about shooting it, but slipped, and maybe we have a little bit of wet spot on the floor. You look at this shot, look at the confidence there by Landon Morrow. Just a great shot, an opportunity for him. Defender not too far from him, but definitely gave him enough space to drain that 3. And that's one thing here about how these Dordt players are. They're confident, and they will not go down without a fight. They are well tested. As Caleb gets another nice layup there. He's having himself a pretty good game here so far. Now up to 5 points with 2 blocks here in the game. Less than 4 minutes here to go. Van Essen drives inside the lane as well and gets fouled on the way to the rim. There'll be a foul on the floor. Foul will go on Blake. His 3rd personal foul. So it'll be interesting to see the type of strategy the coach implies. Usually when a player gets that high in fouls this early, especially not even at halftime, it definitely doesn't help your team. And on that inbound, on the inbound play, that's one of the staples here for Dordt that they love to use. They kind of use some misdirection, kind of the way to get the Buena Vista's players' eyes to shift, and what would have been a Heiser make inside the lane is Not as Cole Heiser nails another three. Missed the opportunity for a layup and gets it right back there for a three, so he'll take that one. He'll take 3 over 2 any day. Eli Van Essen is just all over the place here tonight. Not afraid to go after the basketball, whether it's with contact or not. Van Essen has the quickest find there to Heiser. Heiser wastes no time with that shot. Score now is 28-13, 3:20 left to go in the first half. Shot goes up there by Sam. Shot no good, rebounded there by Caleb. Inside the paint goes Cole, and Heiser with another rebound here tonight. He's been all over the place on the glass. Gets it inside to Willem Kim and finds it. That's just beautiful passing there by Dordt. They are not afraid to be selfless. They are definitely not a selfish group here. But feed the basketball. They love each other, and it's a great opportunity to see when you are worried about a team goal here tonight. Another rebound there by Golker. He dribbles it up the court. And Eli Van Essen on a mismatch there finds a nice over the outstretched hands of 2 defenders, Caleb and Cole. Not an easy bucket there. Van Essen's definitely doesn't have the advantage in terms of height and length, but he's a shifty point guard to move there. Nice touch off the backboard. Not trying to do too much, not trying to do a whole lot. As that three-point shot's good there by Caleb. His first three-pointer of the game, tallying him up to 8 points here. So 2 minutes left here in the first half of tonight's game. It's all been about Dordt here so far. And if you're Buena Vista's coach, you want to see if your team can respond, if your team can do a little bit of your favor and get the momentum just tiny bit towards their favor. A minute 30 here to go. A couple possessions here for both teams are left. Usually would mean 2 possessions for Buena Vista and 1 for Dordt. As Dordt steals the pass, Wyatt Golker goes into the lane, and that's just a brilliant hustle play there by Caleb. Doesn't ever give up on the play. That's great to see if you're a team at Buena Vista, and finds it down low to Caleb. So he will be our first double-digit scorer here tonight for both teams. Golker gets it out to Van Essen, maybe a circus pass. Heiser almost went up and absolutely tried to body Caleb. Definitely almost got everybody out of their seats here. A little shaken up after that one. But nonetheless, that would have been a great opportunity. And Buena Vista knocks down that three-pointer there by Ned. So look at a little momentum here. Buena Vista down 11. They can knock it down below 10. They could definitely ride the momentum here in the second half. Morrow gets both of them to jump. That is a absolutely insane play there by Landon Morrow. Talk about a high IQ play, knowing both of them love to jump, especially Caleb all game. Morrow uses his IQ and just absolutely nails the easy, wide open floater. Shot clock here down to 10 seconds. We will get one possession here for Buena Vista. 34-21 here. And then bearing on something changes here. Dordt will go into this halftime lead up 13. Nice shot there at the buzzer by Miles. So Buena Vista going out with a bang here in the first half. Dordt leads 34-24, but not without some little momentum life here for Buena Vista. We will go into halftime here. Dordt up 34-24. We'll be right back here after the break.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
Welcome back here to our halftime report between Dordt and Buena Vista here. Talking about a couple of leading scores here for Buena Vista. Blake leads all scores for Buena Vista at 8 points, shooting 3 for 7 for the field and 1 for 5 from 3. And for Dordt, we have Wyatt Golker leading with 8 points scored, 2 for 7 field goals made, and 2 for 4 from 3. So other than the other shots he's missed, it's been pretty much the three-point ball for Dordt. Looking at the team stats here tonight, Buena Vista and Dordt have very similar shots taken, 35 to 34. But Dordt has made 5 more shots here, 13 of 34 compared to 8 of 35 for Buena Vista. A note of emphasis here for Buena Vista, they love to, as you saw in the first half, they love to basically rely on the three-pointer. They were 4 for 20 from 3, which is not a very good sign. So we'll see how the coach draws that up here in the second half. Second half will kick off here in 6 minutes and 35 seconds. Talk about the three-point ball not falling. Dordt shot 4 for 11 from 3, 37%. It's not a very good stat either, but still been able to get a lot more success versus Buena Vista. And 9 more threes than Dordt is definitely something that Buena Vista relies on. We'll see if that's the case here in the second half. Let's see if they have some adjustments. That's the burden of living on the edge with the three-point game. You're down 10. You could easily get back within the game in 2 or 3 shots. We'll see if that's the case. We'll see if they draw some plays up, as Coach drew a nice play up towards the end of the half for Miles. But I think for Dordt, it's been great so far for them in terms of getting on pace, getting on transition. They've definitely had the upper end here so far. We'll see how that happens. Most of their guys have been playing pretty well here so far. Dordt at rebounds, Buena Vista 26 to 20. Defensively, 23 to 17. And offensive rebounds have both been the same for 3. So Buena Vista hasn't been able to give Dordt second chance buckets a whole lot. But they are getting out-rebounded defensive rebounds, and that's just a crucial stat because you talked about it earlier. The pace is what makes this team go. And I know that the three-point shooting is better than Buena Vista's, but they don't rely on three-point shooting. They rely on getting out in transition, getting out in space, making people miss, and just taking it to them all the way to the rack, causing havoc, drawing fouls, finding open men, kicking it back outside. Whatever they do, that's always the key to Dordt's offense. We'll see what happens in the second half, see if Buena Vista has the game plan and the right adjustments made to get back into it. This has been your halftime report here. Stick around. The next under less than 5 minutes to go here in halftime. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner & Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
Welcome back here with a little less under 1 minute to go here at halftime, and a couple of highlights are going to start rolling in here. A little screen, a little misdirection. There's a nice shot there by Blake, and Heiser gets a screen there by Franzman, feeds it down low with the emphatic jam there by E.J. Franzman. Taking a look at some more. Cole Heiser goes inside. Nice block there by Caleb. One more opportunity here for Heiser. Gets it to down low to Kim. Nice finish there. So we're underway here, and already a block there inside the paint. Heiser goes inside, kicks it out to Goker, and Wyatt Goker nails another three-pointer. His third three of the ball game here so far. Up to 11 points here for Wyatt Goker. He's been on fire from three. 3 of 5 here from three-point range, 60% there. Taking a look at some couple of other key points for Dordt. They've lived in the paint. 10 points so far in the paint, as another shot is made there inside by Buena Vista with some added much-needed motivation, and towards the first half on the buzzer beater, they definitely need something to start going their way, as that will not, as that's a nice shot there by Spencer Mackey for 3, his first 3 of the game. Talking about Buena Vista's halftime adjustments. I don't know if necessarily you want to live and die by the 3, but that's kind of been their approach here so far, and it's going to be kind of their identity. When a team has an identity and it's not working, it's interesting to see whether or not you change that identity, or you want to be able to keep it going. As that pass is thrown a little bit to the right of E.J. Franzman from the Young. Turnover will become Buena Vista's ball. Down 14, 18-27 left to go in the game. This broadcast is brought to you by the wonderful Dordt Media Network. Dordt Media Network is a great place for Dordt. It's such a great opportunity for students at Dordt to find experiences, to be a part of a team. And what makes Dordt Media Network so great is the fact that they do a lot of the home games here for Dordt: volleyball, baseball, basketball, football, softball, track, indoor track, you name it. That's a nice little finish there by Blake inside. Talk about all these sports that Dordt Media Network does. They are definitely special here. They do every single home game as much as they can. And just take a little bit to shout out tonight's crew here so far. We got the director, Nathan, along with the crew, Destiny, Tyler, and Clay. They definitely are a really good bunch here tonight, and it definitely doesn't go unnoticed here for Dordt. They're well loved, and that's a nice three there, knocked down by Spencer Mackey. Dordt Media Network is just an incredible time, and as being part of one, it definitely is such a fun atmosphere. Trying to gain experience. Shot riddles in and out for the rim, rebounded there by Golker. So shout out to the Dordt Media Network for all the hard work they put in, and the manager Rich Lodwick. Can't forget about the head honcho Rich Lodwick for the team at Dordt Media Network. There's many other students to name off of, but everybody does their role, and it's just an awesome atmosphere to be a part of. So thank you for the Dordt Media Network for tonight's broadcast. Dordt's out and running here again. Ball down to Willem DeYoung. Takes some contact. No foul called there. And a foul will be called on DeYoung. Shows a little bit of frustration. Wanted a foul called there. Then got a foul called on him for the reach-in. So it'll be his first foul of the game. Miles dribbles it up the court. Right across half court there. 16:40 left to go. 43-28. Dordt is in nice lead there. Dordt is in a nice possession to retain this game. Looking to move to 10 and 11, and unfortunately we have no record of stats for JV Buena Vista, but there has been a lot of key baskets made here for Dordt as Mackey takes it up. Size a dribble inside. Nice spin move. Uses a mid-range shot off glass. Thought Bank was open. Bank decided to shut down mid-play, and ball just riddles in and out of the rim there by Mackey. And if you're Buena Vista, you want possessions better than that one. It's not what you want in a possession. You need to be able to find guys who are open. And that jump shot here is no good there. Nice defense there by Babatha. Well, he definitely has long arms. And not an easy shot to go over him at any point at all here. DeYoung dribbles up the floor, goes inside, lowers his shoulder a little bit off the front of the rim, and shot no good. Dordt is still maintaining that aggressiveness, not only in the fast break, but inside the paint there as well. They definitely want to be an aggressive bunch. Nice post hook there by Josh, rocking the 34. Looking a little bit like Hakeem Olajuwon so far with that 3-4. It's a little post move, post hook back in the 1980s. So we have a couple of substitutions here coming in for Buena Vista. Number 2, Sam, and number 25, Caleb. Their lockdown presence in that paint re-enters the game. We also have Braden Zimmerman, where we check into the ball game as Willem DeYoung will get a breather on the bench. Probably see him again. 15-15 left to go. 43-30, last home game here of the DeWitt. And good crowd out here so far. Definitely not the atmosphere of a varsity home game, as that's a nice finish there inside by Blake. Feeds it down low to Zimmerman. Zimmerman sees a Golker open for 3 and hits it again with a defender draped all over him. Golker with his 4th 3 of the ball game. 14 points now up for Wyatt Golker. Might as well just keep giving him the rock at the three-point line. Find ways to get him open, or just give it to him and let him shoot. He's on fire here so far. 4 for 6 shooting from three-point line. Babatha doing a nice job there on Caleb, and just kind of throws it up a little bit over with his left hand. Gets it inside the hoop. So his 12th point of the ball game, and we have a little bit of a seesaw action here from Dordt. Nice little pump fake to get the defender to jump by Cole Heiser to finish that lay-in. Kind of back and forth teeter-tottering action we have here between both these teams so far. Definitely have an opportunity. Lots of shots here are falling for Buena Vista, kind of finding their rhythm here so far in the second half. Definitely trying to not rely on that three-point line here so far. Living in the paint has been a little bit better, and that'll help them as well. Travel will be called on Wyatt Golker, so down by 12. Anything they can do, shots missed. turnovers. It's huge for this team. Trying to come back here in an edge, and when you're down by 12, you'll take anything at this point. But not too far down, 13 minutes left. Definitely lots of game left here to go. Shot no good, and when you have a presence down low like Caleb, he's just mauling the interior right now, up to 14 points for Buena Vista. Just a force on both the offensive and defensive glass. Definitely someone you need to be able to count for every single time. Shot no good by Zimmerman. Gets his own rebound and then puts it up. Nice finish by Braden Zimmerman, and we will have a timeout by Dordt. Up 50-38. Want to reiterate some things going on, and this timeout will be brought to you by Casey's Bakery. For more information, visit caseysbakery.com for any and all information you have. We will be right back after the timeout. Stick around.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. We are now into what should be a fun 13 minutes left here in the second half of the game. Caleb gets the pump fake to go and almost gets the and one opportunity called, but is definitely going to the line here for the opportunity to cut this lead down to 10. As that foul will be on Babitha Bysong, his second foul of the game. First free throw is up and good, so definitely a sign of added momentum, added built up. Definitely playing with better pace, better tempo here for Buena Vista. They're not going down without a fight. Dordt has to be able to capitalize, has to be able to play within their system. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too sweet on the offense and defense. Keep applying the pressure. Keep pushing it. Dordt has shown some signs of life, shown signs of being cold. They were up 12-0 to start this ball game, and until Buena Vista went up to an 8-0 run. This is a game of runs, and so far Buena Vista looks to try to capitalize on that run here. 50-40, 12:37 left to go in the ball game. Shot goes up there, off the front of the rim. Another rebound by Caleb, and it will be a foul on Eli Van Essen. Caleb has just done it what he's done all night long. Lived on offensive rebounds here so far. Caleb was up to 16 points on the game. Looking to finish. Foul will be on the floor, so he will not go to the line, but still a great hustle play to get the offensive board. His time is almost expired on that inbounds play, but got it in time, just in the nick of time to get that. Feeds it down low, back to Caleb. Ball deflected, a nice pass there down to Sam. Sam backdoor cut there between two defenders. They lost count of him. He'll jump. Caleb has added another block here. My goodness, I don't know if that's just a tower down low or if that's a mini version of Dikembe Mutombo, but he's just serving up blocks here tonight. Another rebound. He's just hustling everywhere. It's just straight hustle there by Caleb. 18 points here. And if you're Dordt's coach, how do you game plan against him? You know, he's definitely, you have to find a body. You have to find someone to box him out, and there really hasn't been anyone to box him out here lately. Maybe Willem Kim can get it going, but there just hasn't been anyone. As a nice cut there by Eli Van Essen. Go around Sam for the floater. Dordt is now up by 8. Dordt has to find a way to slow down Caleb. He's just been a force down low. Shot goes up there by Sam and in. Momentum starting to shift here, ladies and gentlemen. Buena Vista is now down 5 after being down most of the game. Starting to creep back into this one, 52-47. 11:09 left to go. Van Essen almost off glass. Thought bank would be reopening again, but it is not. Buena Vista looking to capitalize, make this a one-possession game. Thought about shooting it, and it will be a travel for Ned. Can't have that there a little bit. Just a find there by Caleb. Doesn't overanalyze, doesn't overthink to Sam. Sam knocks down that three-pointer. Van Essen will inbound. It's been a great attitude so far, and if you're definitely a Buena Vista fan or definitely a Buena Vista coach, you love what you're seeing from your team. They're fighting hard. They're not giving up they're not letting anything go. That's just a nice hustle play there by Caleb. That does not go unnoticed there. Ball shot there by Van Essen would have been off of Buena Vista and Dordt's ball. He has the hustle play and hustles out of bounds to throw it off of Kim, and it will get back to Buena Vista's ball. Caleb with the pass to Josh. Josh goes inside in his left. Almost made it. Nonetheless, ball is out of the rim. Gets a down low to a nice cut there by Heiser. And the interior presence has just been gobbling up these opportunities for Dordt. Maximizing opportunities for Buena Vista, finding ways to create offense, defense to offense. That's what Dordt did so well here in the first half. That's what Buena Vista is doing here really well in the second half here. Open find, shot in the corner, no good there by Miles. Been struggling here so far for Miles. It's a rough game, only one shot made here so far on 10 attempts. Shot goes in there by Eli Van Essen. Dordt's now up by 7. Let's see if Buena Vista can respond. Something like that is not going to help him at all. Dordt has numbers. 3-on-2 fast break. Finds an open Eli Van Essen. Off the rim. Shot no good. Buena Vista will hold ball. Try to regain their offense. Trying to set some things up. Find ways to come back in this game. Down 7. Less than 10 minutes to go. Buckle up. Should be a good one. Feeds it down low to Caleb. Caleb goes in. Right-handed hook shot. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Dordt. Both teams look to be a little gassed here as we enter the stretch run for the ball game. Shot by Wyatt Golker. Too long. Rebounded there by Blake. As Miles will dribble it out, and there's another turnover there. Golker thought about passing it cross court to Kaiser. Doesn't. Sees a cross-court pass to Landon Morrow for 3 and hits. Landon Morrow with another three-pointer. Morrow up to 8 points here tonight. Dordt now increases their lead to 10. Buena Vista has to find ways to get back. Nothing's going their way so far, and shots are not falling there for Caleb. And off for fast break, 2-on-1. Nice pass down low, and it's going to be a travel on Eli Van Essen. Good decision there by Golker to feed it to Van Essen, but couldn't find ways to get the ball in a good position to grab it. Cross-court pass there. Shot up, shot good by Landon Morrow. We have a timeout here on the floor here by Buena Vista. This timeout is brought to you by Casey's Bakery. For any and all bakery needs, visit caseysbakery.com. We'll be right back after the break.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today. Serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
We are approaching that stretch run here. And if you're just now tuning into tonight's game, welcome to the Dordt Media Network's broadcast between Dordt and Buena Vista JV basketball. 57-47 is our scores here so far. 8:08 left to go in the ball game. And for Buena Vista, what kind of plays have you drawn up here to get a couple possessions back in your favor? Shots have not been falling here. They're on a little of a cold streak so far. To find ways, and if you're so far, feeding Caleb isn't a bad idea, but he's been cold so far. Look to see if that changes or if they continue to rely on the three. Morrow thought about shooting the three, almost pulled up for the jump shot, doesn't, feeds it to Kim. Sets a screen. Morrow's wide open again for the three. Ooh, and missed shot there by Landon Morrow. Thought about throwing it cross court to Caleb down low, but he will bring it up the court. Substitution comes back in. Blake is now returned in for Dordt. Shot is too hard and off the glass, so bank is not open for Dordt, but it opens for Buena Vista here tonight. It's kind of how the cards have folded here in Dordt's and Buena Vista's possession. Good defense there by Buena Vista. Down low, the cut. Nice defense there by Josh, and off to the running there. Gives it back to Miles. Feeds it down low to Caleb. And it will be a off the ball of deflection by Caleb. And we will have a double substitution for Dordt. Out comes Kim, in comes Franzman. Out comes Heiser, in comes Willem de Jong. So E.J. Franzman and Willem de Jong will enter the game for Dordt. Kind of their starters for tonight, kind of the close it out type of lineup. Only up by 8. Dordt wants to finish this year off with a W. Nice screen there. Shot over the overstretched arm by Caleb. To down low to Franzman. Goes inside to Golker. Gets it back out. Lots of balls being thrown up. And if Van Essen nails the three-pointer. Eli Van Essen hits the three again. 60-49 to 6:20 left to go in this game. Eli Van Essen, boy, what a shot that was. You can tell a little bit of momentum was being flipped. A little bit of tide was being changed. But that shot was a big one there by Dordt. Sam messes a little in the front, and Wyatt Golker cannot believe the foul was called. Don't know if he lost possession of the ball, but de Jong finds a wide open Eli Van Essen, and he just stops and pops, baby. Nice 3-point. Nothing but net jump shot there. As Sam will go to the line, shooting 2. $60-50, our score here. Buena Vista looking to make it underneath 10 points, as they do. And one of their starters will re-enter the game here for Sam. Ned will re-enter the game. Sam is up to 3 points on the ball game. Willem de Jong takes it over half court. Morrow, and you can tell Dordt is running more team-based plays, and Landon Morrow is called for the other travel. Can't walk with the ball, trying to pass it. He wanted to pass it, but didn't like how the defense was set up there. So it's definitely something that is miscommunicated by both guys. Ball down low to Caleb, as they've once done all game, and it's just not going Caleb's way here recently. He's just missing a little bit too much. Definitely, in these type of games, it's much needed, as Landon Morrow will be checked out of the game, and in comes Spencer Mackey, one of their other starters here for tonight's game. Buena Vista will inbound. 5:30 left to go. Almost stepped out of bounds. Finds an open man for 3. Front of the rim. Will be off the hands of Golker, and it will stay with Buena Vista. Dordt leads by 9. All the possessions that Buena Vista needs to capitalize starts right here, right now. Not many of them left here to go. As that three-point shot is good by Josh. So 60-54, and if you're needing possessions to maximize, that's a great one to start off there so far. Van Essen wanted to drive to the floor, and it will be a foul on the floor called there by Buena Vista. Josh, just with no hesitation whatsoever, Young tried to do it as much as he could in the closeout, but couldn't do enough. Franzman gets it down low, wanted a pump fake, thought about getting back outside. Does. Van Essen throws it up and is called for a foul on the floor there by Miles. So Dordt is continuing to attack the paint here as they've done all game, and it's kind of worked out for both sides. Buena Vista kind of adapted to what Dordt runs and has just said, hey, you run it, why not us? So they did it as well. Good defensive there by Caleb, and it's a great block there by Caleb once again. Caleb was doing it on both ends of the floor. Shot goes up there by Miles, no good. And it will be a foul on the floor there by Caleb. He's been doing it on both ends of the floor, having a great game there so far. His first personal foul of the ball game, 18 points in this game for Caleb. 60-54 to go. 60-54, 4:30 left to go in the ball game. As Dordt tries to find ways to get this lead back up to comfortable position. Franzman thought about shooting the 13-foot jump shot, doesn't. Hits it back outside to Golker. Front iron, missed, and off the deflection of Blake. Retains the ball here by Dordt as Sam and Cole enters the game here for Blake and Caleb. So we'll believe this won't be the last time we see Caleb. We'll get, maybe a couple of minutes here, as this will be a timeout by Dordt. This timeout is brought to you by Case's Bakery. We will be right back here after this short timeout. Welcome right outside the timeout here. Dordt tries to call up a play here. As back to the inbounder, Spencer Mackey. A little over 4:10 left in the game. Tries to go to this right to his left with Wyatt Golker. Shot no good, and we tried to tell you before this game started, this is a great one here so far tonight. Dordt is up 60-54. Ball down low to Josh. Wants to go inside. Doesn't get a foul call. Wants it. Ball back out to DeYoung. These two teams have met before. Dordt was at Buena Vista last time, as a foul on the floor will be called there by Josh. These two teams last met, and Dordt went to Buena Vista back in all the way in December, beginning of December, and they ended up losing to Buena Vista 81-70. So they definitely want this game bad. Not only is this the last game of the regular season for them, but this is a chance to redeem themselves and a chance to get revenge. They lost by 11. Not something you really, like to see you lose by, especially a score that probably got out of hand late. So definitely see the composure that these two teams have. That's a nice block there by Josh. Lots of blocks there by. Ball goes to Wyatt Golker. Shot no good, and Buena Vista has another opportunity here to cut this lead down late in the ball game. Definitely crunch time here. Let's see whether each team has the upper hand. Josh shoots the 18-foot jump shot. No, shot no good. Nice rebound there by Dordt. Dordt still can push in the pace. Eli Van Essen in the corner. Wanted to shoot it, doesn't. 12-foot jump shot is good. Nice shot there by Eli Van Essen. Huge shot, I might add. Buena Vista's been hanging around here so far, and especially late in games, you don't want a team to hang around in there. You want to be able to get them away. Josh just uses his physical presence. He's not going to be denied there by Franzman. Lowers a little bit of a shoulder. Definitely legal in basketball. Almost stepped out, and Spencer Mackey does. Lots of booing there to the ref. 2:34 left to go in the game. There's a couple substitutions here. Josh just uses that, drops that shoulder. Just goes right through the teeth of Franzman. And Franzman will leave the game, entering Braden Zimmerman to re-enter the court. You talk about how Buena Vista has done a good job to come back in this game. They're down 6. 2:29 left to go, and after that's starting the first half. It's what you wanted to see in these young guys. See the fight, the grit that they have. Shot goes up there by Miles. No good. Struggling here so far tonight for Miles. It happens. The best of them. Van Essen will reset the floor. Wants the ISO. Goes right through the teeth of the D, and it will be off the hands of Buena Vista. Are going to attack. Dordt will attack you. They are not afraid to be the aggressor as Dordt calls another timeout. Have multiple timeouts here towards the end of the game, and why not use them? This timeout is brought to you by Casey's Bakery. For more and all info on bakery needs, visit caseysbakery.com. Stick around. We'll be right back. And we are back here for the final 2 minutes, a little bit over 2 minutes left to go in this game. If you're here, thank you for joining the Dordt Media Network broadcast between Dordt and Buena Vista. Close game here so far tonight. It's been Dordt leading through most of it, actually. We'll see if Buena Vista has enough possessions to see what it takes to come back and reel themselves all the way back to steal a win here in Sioux Center, Iowa. Dordt will run a play out of there. Inbound pass. Almost doesn't have enough time. Does get just in as we have just hit the under 2 minute mark. Shot clock is down to 10. Heiser has to find a way to get around Caleb. Caleb, nice finish there by Cole Heiser. Much needed bucket there. Finishes over Caleb. Not an easy task to finish over him. Not an easy bucket there either. If you're Buena Vista, are you going to shoot the three? Or are you going to find ways to get inside the paint, find a way, get a way to do it? As Josh will shoot the three. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Miles. Right back into the corner three in front of the rim. But Buena Vista's lived and died on this three ball today here so far. It's not been pretty for them, and although it's helped them come back in this game a little bit, hasn't been pretty here so far. Lots of misses on their end. Cole Heiser thought about going right, shifted left. It's just a mismatch on the smaller guard there on the bigger man. Just something unfortunate mismatch there by Caleb. 8-foot jump shot there, floater there by Eli Van Essen is good. So having a little bit of an Eli Van Essen, takeover here. So this lead is stretched to 10, 66-56. We have just now under 1 minute left to go in the ball game. Miles with another shot for three. Shot no good. Rebounded there. One of us is playing a little bit of a more press. Beats the press. Heiser goes down low, and it will be a kicked ball by Miles. And we will have a flurry. And I mean, a whole roster changes here for the substitutions. This is JV. We're going to get a lot of guys substitutions, and it's great to see everybody get minutes. Babitha Bysong, Landon Morrow, EJ Franzman, Willem Kim, and Willem DeYoung will all check into the game, and that will leave all the starters out. So they played great here so far today. Franzman gets it down low. William Kim thought about shooting it, gets Caleb to jump. Cross-court pass to Landon Morrow in 33 seconds. 19 seconds, shot clock and game clock are separated. Almost wanted to feed it down to Babatha. Babatha almost got it off the hands of Babatha. Ref miscommunicated and gives the ball back to Buena Vista. Shot clock is no more. 24.8 seconds left. Dordt leads by 10. And this will lead to Dordt becoming 10-11 on the season. Shot is good there by Blake. So some type of good shot there. And the coach will be able to draw something up here. And it's been all Dordt here, really. All game it's been Dordt on this timeout that's been called by Buena Vista. It's really been a one-sided game, and although, you know, Buena Vista has climbed their game and they've gotten within as much as 4, Dordt has just been controlling the game from start to finish. Really, it's been really great to see. It's, you know, Blake knows that there's not many opportunities left. He knows he needs to get a three-pointer made for his team there by the replay. Dordt has played really well here so far tonight. You know, definitely the keys to the game were to get in transition, push the pace. They have done exactly what they wanted to do in this game, and you know, they didn't fret. Game got close there a couple of times. They didn't panic. They made sure that they were cool, calm, collected underneath through it all, and that's been the difference maker here so far. And you know, Buena Vista, you know, they had to maximize possessions so to make sure that Dordt doesn't lead in defensive rebounds. And first half was a doozy. You know, Dordt led by 6 defensive rebounds, and they had their way with them. Buena Vista slowly creeps back in it every once in a while. So definitely so far, as we say, 18 seconds left in the game. Buena Vista will run a press style oriented, and they will foul with 16 seconds left to go. So that will be 1 foul to go. They are not in the bonus yet, so Buena Vista will have to foul them one more time to get within the bonus. That'll be Caleb's second foul of the ball game. Dordt runs a play, throws a full court football pass, deflected on by Josh. Almost got the full court heave. Shot goes up there by Blake again. Blake nails a three-pointer. Dordt has to press and is fouled there. So 2 quick buckets here, and one of us is down 4. Within a matter of 11 seconds. Blake got it back, decided not to pass it, felt comfortable and confident in himself, and got it. Buena Vista head coach looking to talk to the ref, maybe indicating he wants a timeout after these free throws are gone. Buena Vista has 2 timeouts left. Shot no good, and Buena Vista head coach will call timeout here. Down 4, and what thought have been a 10-point lead with 18 seconds left, now down to 4, all thanks to 2 three-pointers made there by Blake. So it'll be interesting to see how and what the head coach draws up. I'd bet it would be right back to Blake. Been the hot hand here so far, these late possessions. And it's definitely cause for concern here for Dordt. They have to be able to make sure, look, hey, we're up by 4. You know, they don't have to go for a 3. 3 would be beneficial because of the free throws they would make. But again, they don't have to go for a 3. They just need a quick bucket. They need it. They're down 2 possessions. If I'm the coach, I'm telling them, look, hey, we're in a good spot. We're up 4, 6.2 seconds left in the clock. We need to make sure that we don't foul, that we don't give up easy buckets, and we make sure that they can beat us. If they beat us with a 3 here while we're playing good defense, fine by me. We'll take it. We'll call it a day. We'll give them their possession. We'll go down, shoot some free throws. We'll win this ball game. And if you're Buena Vista's head coach, you're trying to find ways to dial up plays. Ball's on the other end of the half court, so definitely going to be some clock here. And clock's not their best friend either. You know, they have 1 timeout left to go. You're going to save it. Hopefully get a basket here, a quick bucket here. They need a 3, really. Actually, they're down 4, and they're fouled. That's actually a very good foul there by Dordt, understanding that, you know, they needed to foul him over half court. Now they can play some defense. They milked the clock, you know, and now it's down to 3.3 seconds left here, 66-62. Tight finish here. As a jump shot will go up there by Blake. Missed the shot, and Dordt will take home the victory here. 66-62 here in sunny Sioux Center, Iowa. Dordt beats Buena Vista as they gain revenge here after a summer first loss they had. Final regular season game for Dordt. Final home game for Dordt. Results in a win, 66-62. Thank you for joining us on the Dordt Media Network here tonight. Thank you for a wonderful JV basketball season, and we will see you guys later. Good night.